favorite to watch for the Heisman Trophy. He's been named a favorite to watch on every college football watch list, it feels like, that we've seen. And Montana State is a good team where I don't think Dan Lanny's going to let them go in and take this easy. I think that having an FCS school
FCS powerhouse
in Montana State coming in, I don't think they want to be embarrassed. And a lot of that has to do with what happened last year when they started out with Idaho State?
Idaho.
Yeah. Idaho, the Vandals.
Yeah.
With Idaho, where that game was far too close for comfort.
Yes.
So I think Dylan Moore is going to go out there, and I think he wants to show that the Ducks made the right decision. And I think the Ducks as a team want to show that they're in the same position they were last year, even though this is the first time in a while that they haven't had an established college football quarterback.
His fastball coming out of his hand with different movement.
Hayes bounces one to short. Betts pucks it, guns it. What a play! Mookie Betts! One of the best defensive play of the year that he's made. Maybe his best ever as a shortstop in the big leagues. Lifted towards the left field corner. It is gone! What an inning for Mookie Betts.
Alrighty there, Lukey Poops. A couple of clips from the 7th inning from Reds Dodgers there. Mookie Betts not only
The rods and the Dodds. Let's go.
Let's go. Mookie Betts not only had a defensive play of the year entry in the top half of the inning, but hit a home run in the bottom half. Betts in the middle of the worst year of his career, but it looks like maybe some signs of life. Will Mookie's improved play continue? And do you see that lighting a spark for the Dodgers?
I mean, the Dodgers have one of the highest payrolls in baseball. They have all-stars and MVPs all over the field, Mookie Betts being one of them. And they've just underperformed all over the place. It's been really a weird season for the Dodgers. But Mookie Betts is among them. He had that weird illness that he ran into in the offseason. They opened the season in Japan, and then he wasn't feeling well. He lost all kinds of weight. He hasn't had the power numbers. He's actually been pretty good on defense, playing shortstop. But, man, you have a couple highlight reel plays like that, and you feel like those are the things that kind of boost your team. I mean, the leadership does make a pretty big difference in baseball, in my opinion. And I think having Mookie Betts going out there and playing well, now's the right time to do it. Right. The Dodgers' win total prediction was somewhere in the mid-low 110s, I believe. So the expectations for this team was through the roof. But if you get hot now and you become a playoff team, it doesn't matter how many games you get in the regular season. They want to make it back to the World Series, and it feels very much like a World Series or bust team. I think this is a good sign from what you're seeing from Mookie Betts, and watch out for him to have a hot weekend.
Rain off and on here in Dublin. Kansas State rushes 5, Beck throwing to the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown. Dominic Overbeek able to haul it in. The first score of 2025.
Luke!
Yeah.
Rocco Becht to Dominic Overby of Iowa State, the first touchdown of the 2025 college football season.
Woo!
I think we can all agree week 0 is dumb. I think we covered that pretty well before.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah. Would you like to make any upset picks for the first true week of college football?
Well, there's a couple that I kind of have my eye on. I'm curious about, what you're going to see from teams that had the biggest changes or lost some of their big impact players. One that I look at is Syracuse, who outperformed expectations last year, but so did Tennessee, and then they lose Nico at quarterback, and it was kind of one of their identities. They are sitting at number 24. They're a 13.5-point favorite over Syracuse. So I think I will take that. And I know that Boise State is always a good football team, but they sit at number 25. So I'm not going real deep into the top 25. I'll take number 24 and number 25 to lose. But traveling all the way to South Florida and people that expect, the same punch from somebody that lost a top 4 pick in the NFL draft at running back, the second or first runner-up for the Heisman Trophy. I would be surprised if Boise has the same kind of year. first week of college football, who the hell knows?
Interesting. You used the word punch regarding a story with USF after today's news of Jim Levitt.
Oh yeah, I did
Yes.
see that news. I was not ready to talk about that, but yeah, Jim Levitt.
Yeah. we don't need to-
Turns out he's a dirtbag.
Yeah. Well, we kind of knew that for a long time.
Who? Yeah, I was gonna say who knew, who knew? But yeah, there you have it. So I will take as my big upsets. Let me scan because here you can't take. There's no upset in Texas, Ohio State, right?
Right.
Nevada's not going to beat Penn State. There's not a lot of huge matchups that don't involve top 25 and not top 25. So yeah, those will be the two that I'll pick for week 1. Maybe we'll try to do this every week.
Pressure's coming. Carr lets it fly. He's got a man wide open. It's Amari Cooper into the open field. Touchdown Raiders!
That there, Senor Anderson, a clip from the hype video the Raiders put out to announce Amari Cooper's return to the team that drafted him. Amari Cooper back to the Raiders. Is this a nothing burger, a something sandwich, or a big deal banh mi?
I'm sorry. What are my options again?
Nothing burger, a something sandwich,
Never heard of that.
or a big deal banh mi.
Ooh, I do like a banh mi.
They are good.
I wish this were a big deal banh mi because that might be as good a sandwich as you'll get anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way that we can get torta into that?
Ooh.
So
Well, I'd have to noodle with that one for a bit.
Yeah.
You're catching me off guard here.
yeah, or like a championship cheesesteak or something.
Ooh,
like what
there we
other?
go. Well,
what
that's
others?
that's not happening with the Raiders.
Well, not with the Raiders, but if we can make this a thing where we have sandwich-related answers that are required, I think this is very much a nothing burger. I don't even know that it's the feeling that Amari Cooper doesn't have a ton left. I just don't think the Raiders are going to be very good. They play in a division I think that's going to absolutely stomp a hole in them, and I think Pete Carroll is probably a little bit beyond his prime. He does have Chip Kelly running the offense there, but one of the problems that Pete Carroll ran into is he got people that got too cute with his offense. He wants to run the ball, and I know that Chip Kelly knows how to run the ball, and I think everybody that thought that the Ducks were a high-flying, deep ball chucking offense, there were a lot of RPOs, they were a lot of disguised runs. They weren't a ton of power runs.
Yeah.
Now you did have the two-headed beast at Ohio State that he got to play with, and it seemed to get them pretty well into a national championship as far as I can remember. But they still lost to Oregon during the year. They lost to Michigan during the year. It's one of those things where I don't know that Chip Kelly's going to make that much of a difference. Pete Carroll, the way that he runs a team, I'd like to see him have some success, but I don't think he's going to. So, yeah, I think this is a nothing burger. And I do like the big deal banh mi, though, so we'll have to keep that.
Alrighty. That's what we got, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll wrap things up with one more for the road. We do it next. It is the Fan Happy Hour on 105.1 The Fan.
Supermarkets will help you get it done fast. With a huge variety
Relax, hot shot.
Welcome back to the Fan Happy Hour. We're about to wrap things up.
Maybe you guys like what I have so far?
Wicked woman, cool creams and misters. You got a cool spell on me.
Let's grab one more for the road.
Come on, everybody. Everything's smooth.
Here's Luke Anderson.
All right, Mr. Rust, I know we just got the YouTube feed back up and running, so I don't know if you've got any comments on there or the text line.
YouTube's only been up a few minutes, so yeah, we're a little sparse there. Let's see here. Regarding old Kenny Pickett, crazy. Tiny Hands couldn't beat out a 40-year-old and 2 rookies in Cleveland, LOL.
Well, he did have the hamstring injury the whole time, and he was traded, so they actually had value for him. They didn't have to cut Kenny Pickett. And then they released Tyler Huntley. Yeah. So there's somebody that wanted him.
Yep.
Which was interesting. I wonder if he was the only one offered up, or he's like, you want any of these quarterbacks?
Take your pick.
The Browns are just like, here's what we got. You want Deshaun Watson's contract?
We've got another texter here predicting 58 home runs for Cal Raleigh
before the end of August.
He doesn't make that distinction. But
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think I mean let's take a look. They've got one more with the Padres tonight, right?
Mm-hmm. Two with the two more with the Padres.
Well, they got one more tonight, and then a second one, and then they play. Do they play?
They hit the road for a 9-game trip in Cleveland, Tampa, and Atlanta.
But they're Cleveland series. So if we're
so Cleveland wraps up August.
Yes, but they've got
5 games.
Yeah, so they've got 5 games left. 2 more home runs. I went pretty conservative.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. So he's saying 58 before the end of August would be awesome. So yeah, 5 more games before September 1st when they're in Tampa Bay. So I mean, not only is this historic in the fact that he's at 50. I mean, you have 30 games left. There's 30 games left in the season. So I mean, he could get to 60, which would be absolutely insane if you hit a home run every 3rd game, which is not a lot. But the way that he does it, where he just has these power surges, where 3 home runs in 2 games, and he has 9 multi-home run games this season. Can we get your first career 3 home run game?
There we go.
That's what I'd like to see. So yeah, we'll make predictions on the season later, but for August, I'll put him at 52 to be conservative.
And then regarding the nothing burger something sandwich or big deal banh mi, we have somebody recommending a sorta torta.
Sorta torta. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like it?
I think that works.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, you don't have the alliteration, but you got the rhyming, so
Yeah, listen.
I feel like you got to have one or the other.
100%. Yeah. Well, the nothing burger doesn't have either.
No, exactly.
But the nothing burger is an actual thing, and the other ones have been made up. So, we'll try to get those to catch on. So yeah, I think we can get the sorta torta in there.
I think that works.
Right. I think we make that work. Mr. Rust, how much would you pay if you went to a sporting event? Okay. You're already paying money to get in.
Mm-hmm.
You're expecting concession prices to be a little bit higher than buying food out in the wild, right? So if somebody said this is the best thing on the menu at said sporting event, you're at a baseball game, football game, tennis tournament, and they said you need to try this, how much would you be willing to pay for something that's supposed to be exquisite? Wait, life-changing. Wait, the best I've ever had.
I'm a tightwad when it comes to food out at the ballparks.
Well, yeah, because like I said, you're already forking everything over. So
yeah,
somebody said it's the perfect bite. How much would you pay?
The perfect bite.
The perfect bite.
$14.
$14. The U.S. Open has a item that is $100 for caviar-topped chicken nuggets.
Get right the hell out of town.
$150 to $230 to get into the U.S. Open tennis tournament. And their food court has a $100 chicken nugget topped with caviar.
Oh, so it is a chicken nugget?
Well, I mean, it does not specify.
Okay.
So it says it is nuggets.
Nuggets.
Plural.
Okay.
So yes, it does say it's but caviar topped chicken nuggets. So some people are saying it's the worst thing that they've ever had, the worst chicken that they've ever had. Somebody said you can get better at McDonald's. Somebody else said it is the perfect bite for the U.S. Open. So it is controversial.
Yeah, well, that's plenty bougie for a tennis tournament, isn't it?
I mean, as it look, caviar is a weird thing. Caviar used to be ubiquitous because every river in the world had sturgeon, and you just go and pull one out and you'd scrape out their eggs and boom, you got caviar.
There you go.
But then we polluted all the rivers and caviar seemed to disappear because caviar used to be used as like seasoning. It would just be thrown on there. So, because salt was actually once upon a time kind of hard to come by.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have industrial processes for producing salt. So getting caviar was a salty alternative to actually going out and getting salt. So they like, you're talking, obviously pre-industrial revolution when we, smeared all the rivers with goo. But you used to be able to get it anywhere. So I think that's a weird one for me. I would not pay anything for that. But if you went out, like, do you remember your favorite meal that you've had at a ballpark at a game? Because there's one that I'll overpay for.
Yeah.
And now I need to make sure that I've got the there's a pizza at the ballpark at T-Mobile Park if you go up and watch the Mariners game. And the first time we went to get this pizza, they put it out for like half price at the end of the game. And I think it's called Moto or Moda Pizza. Now I need to find it. I want to say Moto Pizza, but we went and got that. And it's like $22 for like a pizza. And I was like, I don't know if I want to pay that.
For like a slice of pizza? Or
It's
or like an individual pizza?
So it's Moto, M-O-T-O.
Okay.
And it almost looks like a piece of French bread. Like that's kind of square shape. And there'll be two big pieces of those. So you're probably looking at the size of like, your standard piece of nice bread, like Dave's Killer Bread.
Gotcha.
That size thicker.
Okay.
And then just stacked up with pizza. So I think you would call it Detroit style. So it's Moto Pizza, M-O-T-O.
Gotcha.
And that is one that I will absolutely splurge on. But you don't splurge anywhere if you go out to a game?
I mean, we'll get some popcorn or a dog or something, or, maybe some nachos.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's, it is what it is.
All right. Well, 503 2GO-FAN, TOGO-FAN. If you have a splurge at a game that you go to, because there's some pretty good options if you go around the Moda Center and you're watching a Blazers game and doing all of that. So I don't have a favorite, though. Every time I go there, I'm just like, maybe I'll try something. Maybe I won't.
Yeah.
But I would love to know your favorite thing. Or if you would try caviar-topped chicken nuggets.
Nope,
See,
I'm out.
Well, I'm out on caviar, which
Yeah.
isn't bad, but just for the price,
I'm not sure I've
it's
ever
not
actually
worth
even
it.
tried it, but I've never been
Yeah.
curious.
So I'm out on caviar. The other one I'm out is there's nothing you can do to dress up a chicken nugget that makes it appealing enough to pay. What'd you say, $14 for?
Right, yeah.
I would not. I'm not paying anything over like a $5 bill for any quantity of chicken nuggets. So we got to thank a lot of people today. We got to thank Dan, who was helping out with IT. We got to thank Josh, who was helping out with engineering. We got to thank Jeff Rust. As always, we thank the listeners, and of course, no show is complete without thanking Isaac Ropp. We are done for now. Bye bye.
You must always face the curtain with a